Hi, April Elliott Kent here of Big Sky Astrology. Today I'm going to show you how to find not only the current position of your progressed sun, but also an easy way to identify the years when the progressed sun will be changing signs. First, go to astro.com, a website with which you are no doubt familiar. It's a very popular online resource for calculating charts. So go to astro.com. If you already have an account with astro.com, go ahead and log in using this little link over here in the top right hand corner. You'll have your birth data stored in there and it'll save you a step or two. But if this is your first time here, go to free horoscopes, horoscope drawings and calculations, extended chart selection. The first thing that we want to do is find the natal, degree, and sign and minute of the sun, because that's going to help us in our next step. So select the type of chart you want. Natal chart wheel is fine. Click here to show the wheel. You'll be prompted to enter your birth data. I'll use mine as an example. 5th of August 1961, 3 p.m. 1 minute, let's say Carmi, Illinois. That'll get us in the neighborhood. And here is my natal chart. 13 degrees Leo, 8 minutes. And because I find these charts a little bit hard to read, that's confusing to me. It seems sort of upside down. I'm used to having the degree next to the symbol for the sun. Well, that's just me. I always go down here and verify. 13 Leo 8 is the natal position, so make a note of that. And we'll use that in a minute or two. Now, to find the current position of your progressed sun at this point, super easy. Click on back to the chart selection. Select progressed chart here from this drop-down menu. Click here to show the chart. And voila. Progressed sun, 1 degree, Libra, 2 minutes. So we know that sometime in the last year or so, my progressed sun changed signs. And believe me, I'm loving it. That progressed sun in Virgo, not a lot of fun. So that's the current position of the progressed sun. But say you want to look at your entire life and identify the years when the progressed sun is going to be changing sign. It only happens a few times at most, but it's fun to be able to identify those in a quick and easy way, especially if you don't have your own astrology software that will automatically generate those kinds of progressed hits for you. So going back to horoscope home, here on the left hand menu select Ephemeris, 6,000 years Ephemeris. Prepare to be completely overwhelmed. But that's okay. We only need to look at 1 year, 1961. Click. And here we have the Ephemeris for the entire year of 1961. An Ephemeris is a table of planetary positions. And it used to be when you were learning astrology, you'd always have printed versions of these. I think a lot of people starting out don't necessarily know that much about the Ephemeris or how to use it, because you're coming up at a time when it's easy to just do online chart calculations. But it's good to know how to read an Ephemeris for a couple different reasons. One is if you're getting ready to meet with a client and your power goes out, you have this information in a bound form. And also, it's just really easy to find certain information at a glance, information that involves long periods of time. And it's ideal for things like finding progressed positions. So we're going to scroll down to August 1961 and Here we go. August 5th, 1961. And the Ephemeris is showing the sun's position as 12 degrees Leo 20. So what gives? Because we know my natal position was 13 degrees Leo 08. Well, this Ephemeris is calculated for midnight in Greenwich, England, which is ahead of us time-wise. I was born in the central time zone, during the summer, and there was a 5-hour difference between where I was born and Greenwich. So basically the positions that we're seeing here are a lot closer to what they would have been about 7 p.m. On August 4th here. So what we want to do is find the position of the sun on the ephemeris that's closer to my natal position. And here it happens to be on the 6th at 13 degrees of Leo 17. So we'll actually use August 6th for our reference point for this fast and dirty method of finding secondary progressions. So secondary progressions, they're a symbolic system that astrologers use to move your chart forward in time, to reflect your own personal development throughout your lifetime. Because we know our birth chart's always our birth chart, but hopefully we're changing and growing as well. And astrology reflects this. One method it does that is with secondary progressions. You'll often hear them referred to as day for year progressions, which was always incredibly confusing to me when I was reading about this, studying on my own as a girl, until I hooked up with a teacher who actually just showed it to me as I'm about to show it to you, and then it all made sense. So symbolically, one day in the ephemeris after your birth is analogous to 1 year of your life. So the day after you were born shows the positions on your first birthday of the secondary progressed planets. See how that works? Remember, we're using August 6th as our reference point because it's closer to my natal positions as calculated. So on my first birthday, the progressed sun would have been about 14 degrees of Leo. See how that works? It's pretty nifty, and that's all there is to it. So say you want to figure out the years of your life in which a progressed planet, in this case the progressed sun, is going to change signs. One quick and easy way to do it, because each sign has 30 degrees, right, is deduct your natal degree from 30. So mine's 13. 30 minus 13 is 17. So we know probably around my 17th year, the progressed sun will have moved into Virgo, the next sign after Leo. But let's say we want to verify that here, or we want to get a little more exact about it. We begin here with August 6th, because that reflects my natal position. But we also know that it's off by about 9 minutes of arc, because mine's 1308 and this is 1317. So 17 minus 8 is 9. So it takes about a month for the progressed sun to move about 5 minutes of arc, roughly speaking. So 5 minutes equals a month of time. So if we're off by 9 minutes, that's about 2 months that we're going to need to add on to any calculations I'm coming up with here in my head as to when something happened. So bear that in mind. So we begin here at the 6th. This is the first birthday, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. 17 and 18. So sometime between my 17th and 18th birthdays, the progressed sun moved into Virgo. You can see that here, which verifies our fast and dirty calculations that we did before. But if we want to get a little more exact than that and save ourselves having to calculate a whole lot of charts in a hit or miss fashion until we find the date that the progressed sun moved into the sign, here's how you would do it. So here on my 17th birthday, we have the sun at 29 degrees and roughly 38 minutes of the sign. Let's round that 38 up to 40 because it makes the math easier. We know there are 60 minutes to a degree. This is at 38 minutes, or we're going to say 40. So 60 minus 40 is 20 minutes. And the progressed sun moves at the rate of about 5 minutes per month. 5 goes into 24 times. So we're talking about 4 months after my birthday. But remember, because of the discrepancy between what's listed here in the ephemeris for my natal sun and the actual position, we have to add 2 months to that. So we're going to begin looking sometime around 6 months after my 17th birthday to see if we can catch that progressed sun moving into Virgo. So I'm going to go back here to free horoscopes. And here I'm going to have natal chart. Well, I'm going to go progressed chart. And I'm going to begin in February 4th, 1979, which is the year that I turned 18. Click here to show the chart. And look here, we have the progressed sun at 29 degrees of Leo, 57 minutes, so it's so close. But it's still probably about 2 weeks away from moving into the sign, and actually I would guess more like 3 weeks. We're about 5 minutes. We're 3 minutes. Let's just round that up and say 5 minutes is a month. 3 minutes is not quite that. Let's say 3 weeks and try that. Don't you love my precise process that I'm using here? Back to the chart selection. Let's add 3 weeks to that. It becomes 25th of February 1979. Click here to show the chart. Aha! And I'm just that good. Here's the progressed sun at 0 degrees Virgo 0. So that's about the time the progressed sun moved into Virgo. See? That's not so bad. You can do that. And then if we want to find when it's going into Libra, we figure it's about 30 years later. Scroll. And there it is there. So we figure it was my 18th year when it moved into, actually my 17th year. No, 18th year. I wasn't 18 yet when it moved into Virgo. So we're going to go 18, 19, 20, 27, 27 plus 7 is 34, plus another 7 is 41, plus another 7 is 48. And you see why I'm adding 7s? Because there's 7 years in each of these little, 7 days in each of these blocks, or 7 years. So this takes us up to somewhere between my 48th and 49th birthday when the progressed sun moved into Libra. So let's see if we can figure out exactly when that would have been. 29 degrees and 43, let's round that to 44 really, because that's 35 seconds. And let's say 45 to make the math easier. 45 from 60 is 15. Divided by 5 minutes of arc per month is 3 months. Remember to add that 2 months for the discrepancy between what the ephemera showed and my actual natal position, and we've got 5 months. So we figure sometime after my 48th birthday, did we say? 4 months, 5 months after that is when we were estimating that might have happened. So let's say August to September, September to October, October to November, November to December, December to January. When we begin looking around January 5th of 2010, which is the year I turned 49, because who knew it was between the 48th and 49th birthdays. So back here to our chart calculations. And we figured around, let's say January 5th. Oops, there you are, of 2010. Ooh, almost. We got the progressed sun at 29 degrees of Virgo, 58. So let's check a couple of weeks after this. So we'll make that the 19th. And there we have it. Not bad. Progress Sun at 0 degrees of Libra 01 on January 19th, 2010. So sometime a few days before that probably. So that's all there is to it. Have fun calculating your progress Sun.